Welcome back to Anime Fight Club, everyone. My name is Grim. Today we're checking out Baki Dou Part 1, or Musashi Dou, Chapter 41, entitled Homecoming. In the last video, Doppo and Musashi had gotten into a little skirmish before dinner, and Musashi just completely bodied him, but it was good, so I'm eager to see what's coming up next. Doppo says, so, he's a clone. The explanation is a bit long, but everything else is just the details of his birth. Also, the fact that other clones will be just empty shells. Do you believe it's him? Do I believe? I don't know enough to believe that he might or might not be, but the memory has been carved into my body. I feel that the soul, the fighting spirit and strength of that man are undoubtedly worth of the true Miyamoto. I see. Coughs. This is not easy to ask, but can you tell me more about how the outcome of this fight affected you? I lost the fight. I lost the match. I even lost my code of warrior. He defeated me so thoroughly, it's kind of refreshing. The Japanese katana, there's no blade in the world that's as sharp. It cleaves with a single stroke. It would have been better to have been cut in two. To get hit, to feel the pressure, but to not get cut. To be treated so delicately so I wouldn't get injured in this so-called battle to the death. Mr. Tokugawa, it goes far beyond just losing to him. Had I died today, I would have gladly left this earth without a single regret, to live and die like a true warrior. But he was considerate. To be treated with kid gloves by your opponent, it's the worst insult for a warrior. So that definitely must be true for our grapplers. You remember how mad Pickle got when Baki just walked up to him and gently touched his face? It hurts far more than to be slashed. I don't know what to say to that. You have my thanks, old man. I have to go Rin no Sho on my bookshelf. I forgot how many times I've read it, enough to memorize it, I guess. About 200 times or so. However, in that moment, I felt the devastating truth that I didn't understand its techniques at all. Man, what an image. This was just ridiculous for them. I see. Well, he is the author. To be told at this age that you had it all wrong. So will you persevere or will you quit, Doppo? For the time being, I'd like some time alone. Narita Airport. I can't wait to see what Doppo comes back with. I know he's not done yet. Now, who could this be? Looks like these might be cameras flashing. Yeah, okay. My man Retsu. I heard that the match was an exhibition match. How do you feel about the match not being official? I didn't use my legs, my knees, or my elbows. Only these two fists. I only attacked Bolt's upper body, and I only attacked him from the front. So they did end up having this fight, we just didn't get to see it. So it looks like in this image, Retsu has hit this man 3 times in his torso and then once to his chin. And this chin hit looks like it was knee buckling. Yep. I controlled the fight. I won the fight. That's it. Nothing else. Officially or unofficially. This belt was given to me by Mr. Kaiser. Whether it's recognized or not, I have no way of knowing, nor do I have the interest to find that out. My main discipline is Chinese martial arts, and just by using a small fraction of the techniques in my arsenal, I won under your boxing rules. Look at the press just like filling in posed. That is all. Mr. Retsu, Mr. Retsu, what are you planning to do in Japan next? My boxing title isn't official, so I can't defend it. My boxing career ends here. What will you do in Japan? Will you not be taking any more fights? When he fights, he loses everything. Huh? Fists, kicks, overhead strikes, swords, spears, clubs, even throwing knives. An opponent who can use everything has appeared in Japan. So he's sensing Miyamoto as well, unless he just happened to also be watching the news. Chapter 42, Hero. So Retsu's made it back to the Shinshinkai dojo. What did you say? Mr. Orochi lost? It's talking to Katsumi. Well, lost is not a word I'd use. I'd say more like smashed to the ground without a chance. No way. Doppo Orochi? He's one of the big guns of the world, both as a fighter and a karate expert. He's one of the best. Yeah, he's strong. In fact, he's the best karateka on the planet, but he was beaten in a way that left no room for doubt, as if his fighting potential and skill never existed at all. And you're okay with that? He lost, straight up. No one can dispute the outcome. But for a moment, imagine that I was to have a match with that Musashi guy, but it wouldn't be for revenge, just for the sake of testing my strength and skills. What would you suggest me to do to win decisively? You must use a real weapon. Come on, man. What are you talking about? Don't be crazy. Both karate and Chinese fighting arts were developed with the same goal in mind, to deal with anything that comes your way. They are both comprehensive martial arts, right? Whether it's weapons or multiple opponents. Whatever you're up against, you don't complain. You just take care of business with your bare fists. That's who we are. Isn't that what Kung Fu and karate are all about? I saw a video on YouTube. That's funny. There was this single man surrounded by 5 cops. They fell one by one as if it was nothing. They didn't stand a chance, judging from that footage. Even if we bring 20 more cops to the scene, the outcome would have been the same. You saw it, huh? That video. I hate to admit it, but our techniques for fighting weapons aren't at his level, not even close. I'm sure you're aware of it too. Listen, Katsumi, you shouldn't hesitate to use a weapon to win, not against him. So Retsu definitely senses how powerful Musashi is. Like he's doesn't even want to fight him barehanded, which you shouldn't. It's weird that even when Musashi is barehanded, it's like he has a weapon. So he picks up a lighter, flicks it, says, "What's this? What is this thing? How convenient." Well, lights the ground on fire. Mix in the oil with the straw charcoal and smear some of that on his face. That should do it. Mr. Musashi, Tokugawa walks in. Do you have some time now? Haha, sure, what for? So they end up in a Korakuen arena. This is the place. It will happen 3 days from now. On that night, this person will be your opponent. So Retsu's already contacted Tokugawa and asking to fight Musashi. Retsu Kaio, the Ming representative. The rules of the match are, the match will take place at the Sacred Fighting Arena under the Tokyo Dome, and for the first time, the use of weapons will be allowed. Was that a rule you asked for, mainlander? Chapter 43, Weapon. Want to be praised as a monster? It's simple. Make it your way of life. Look at his face, man. Disillusioned with me? That's something only Baki would do. I'm tired of Miyamoto Musashi. something a monster would do. Are you the one who wants to fight me using weapons, huh, mainlander? What I want is an indisputable result. This isn't just for me, it's for you too, of course. Just because you're not holding a sword doesn't mean you're weak. However, you are the greatest swordsman. For a Chinese fighting master, just as myself, beating you when you don't have a sword is meaningless. What? Are you saying you can beat me if we're both unarmed? Uh-oh. Maybe not. But still, it would be meaningless to say you beat the legendary Miyamoto Musashi means beating him when he has a sword in his hands. There cannot be any other way. I'm down for that honor, Retsu. Makes sense. Musashi likes it too. His hair stands up. He sends out a murderous glare of excitement toward Retsu. He feels that, gets a little shaken. Mainlander. As he starts to walk up, oozing in aura. So as he's walking up to Retsu, Retsu's not liking the feeling that Musashi is putting off or emitting. So he strikes, plants his foot, throws his right side kick and yells, Kia! Throws the kick. Goodness, with his peg leg, Musashi catches it with his left hand, and Retsu tries to counter with his left leg, tries to throw another kick while Musashi has his arm. Musashi tries to force Retsu down by pushing down on his peg leg, but I think Retsu felt that or assumed that was about to happen and exerted force on his leg as well, breaking the peg, and then Retsu continued with that kick. And it's super close here to Musashi. I'm not sure if it lands. Let's see. Yes, my man Retsu. I'm so glad Musashi didn't get to just be super cool with Retsu. I'm so glad he came back and was able to land a hit. Like, Musashi walked up on him. Retsu said, no, none of that. And kicked. Musashi tried to counter. Retsu said, again, none of that. And hit him with this mean left. Put him on his back. Good. Now, I do like Musashi. His character is very enigmatic. It's very different. I like it. But I'm definitely down for Retsu putting him on his back like this. What? What are you doing, Retsu? Get out of here. He started it. He definitely kind of started it with that walk. You don't just walk up to nobody like that. You son of a bitch. Attacking a man who didn't attack you? Quite the contrary, sir. I've been practicing martial arts for a long time. A fighting spirit that devilish is the rarest of the rare. So I'm saying, nah, somebody walk up to you like that, you gotta put him down. No. He was the one who came at me. But when he regains consciousness, tell him this. On the day itself, this leg won't break. Man, but I'm so glad that he didn't end up, because when he grabbed his leg, that's the first thing I was thinking. He's about to redirect Retsu's momentum and take advantage of that kick. And Retsu was not going. Ooh, that gave me goosebumps. Musashi's over here smiling. I don't know if he woke back up or if he's unconscious laying there smiling. 3 days then. I look forward to it. I think he woke back up and just hasn't gotten back up. Yeah, what a worthy opponent. I love mainlanders. That's dope. I don't need an explanation, Motobe. It's clear from the video footage that he's the real thing. That's enough for me. I see. Incidentally, Mr. Tokugawa, about Musashi Miyamoto versus Retsu Kaio, there are rumors that weapons will be allowed for the first time ever in the Korakuren Underground Arena. Retsu himself requested the rule change, and Musashi probably won't have any objections. Well then, I guess it would be okay to tell Retsu to bring a machine gun. Goodness, so Motobe, a fellow swordsman, feels this is what Retsu, a Chinese martial arts master, would need to defend himself or stand a chance. Lifting the weapons ban for Musashi Miyamoto. Chapter 44, That Kind of Man. You've always had an appreciation for the martial arts, so I respect your insight. What is it? You're beating around the bush. What do you want to say? It kind of saddens me when fighters with no actual practice throw themselves into battle recklessly like this and make a real mess of things. Come on, spit it out. Best to just say these things straight out. Mr. Tokugawa, I wasn't expecting this from you. You've shown yourself to be an amateur, a naive person playing with powers beyond his control. Tokugawa takes a puff at his gas. Miyamoto is the monster of monsters, and it's like you don't understand that at all. My eyes aren't what they used to be, but it doesn't matter. Retsu Kaio himself asked to lift the ban. He's the strongest fighter from China. Are you calling him an amateur too? Mr. Tokugawa, have you forgotten? This match is something anyone who knows Retsu will understand. I mean, that's the kind of man he is, isn't he? He'll risk his other leg, even his life. He'll risk it all if it's against a strong fighter. That's the usual Retsu Kaio. Everyone knows that, right? I see. Furthermore, his opponent is Miyamoto Musashi, who we have to say is the real thing. If this is a dream, I don't want it to end. Do you want to fight him too, Izo Motobe? I do, yes. But mine is a different agenda. I don't want to fight him as much as I want to protect. I guess... What? Who do you want to protect? Miyamoto Musashi is renowned as a swordsman, but there's no way he's limited to just a sword. The samurai of that era, they were better prepared than that. Swords, bow and arrows, staffs, spears, halberds, rope, horses, shuriken, stars, darts, all the military arts. There's nothing he can't do. Oh? Please don't think me boastful, but I have mastered all the military arts. Oh, not even Hanma Yujiro has done that. What? I am the only qualified fighter who can protect everyone from Musashi's onslaught. So Retsu has a sword on his back. He's back at the Shinshinkai dojo, in a dojo room, a training room, getting ready to do some practice. So he's strapped. He has various kunai, this huge knife on his back. Takes the weapons out, begins to throw them. Oh yeah, these are the same knives he used against Doyle. Man, he messed Doyle up. He messed Doyle up. So he's practicing his throws. You see him throwing various knives in quick succession, hitting all of their targets. Then he picks out the big knife, which was also dope when he pulled this out on Doyle, and he swung him around his arms like this. They animated that so beautifully. I can't wait for the next season. He continues swinging this sword, practicing landing a mean stump. He cut the wooden post in half. Very good. Kaku, your weapons training hasn't dulled in the least. Your power has increased, hasn't it, Retsu? Master Kaku. And that ends volume 5. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys will subscribe, leave a comment below about what you thought about Musashi and Retsu's initial fight, which was super dope. I'm so glad. I can't get over how glad I am that Retsu landed a hit on Musashi like that. Like, that was just great. Like, I'm just so glad he didn't just end up in the ground or, you know, cowering like everybody else at the sight of his aura, or those little phantom attacks or trials that they have before the fight. Like, I'm glad it didn't end at that. I'm so glad Retsu was able to counter twice and knock Musashi out. That was great. So that I'm super excited to see the fight between Retsu and Musashi. Please leave a comment below. Try your best not to spoil anything. Hit the thumbs up, share with your fellow otaku. Please hit the bell notification so you don't miss any uploads. Hope to see you next.